Hey Libra, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading from October 24th through the 26th, 2025. This is for Libra. Last shuffle for Libra. Let's see what's going on. Libra, what we have is a sacred temple. We also have fragmented energy. This is telling me that you're meant to be in a space where you've got a lot of things up in the air over the weekend. Spirit wants you to start taking action on closing things out or getting things settled, tying up loose ends. Okay, something flipped over. Let's see, this would have flipped over. Ace of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. So this is about adjusting your priorities. You may have a new priority thrown into the mix. Okay, they want you to start taking some action this weekend to close out some things maybe you've been waiting to do. Especially if you've been waiting to move or you've been waiting to celebrate something. They're like, it's time for you to get it together. I feel that for many of you, I wouldn't wait on something because it seems like whatever issues you've got going on, you want to take care of, because I feel that there are underlying issues that could result from you waiting, right? Excuse me, sorry about that. Y'all, I mean, you already know I've been battling some, but all the herbs and every suggestion that I've been getting has actually made it so much milder. If you see the people around me, you'd be like, oh my gosh, how are you still talking? But Ace of Wands and the Two of Pentacles over the whole reading, this talks about you. There's new priorities or a new issue or maybe something new, a new option popping up. But it would require you to take action for the next level. You know what I mean? Take action for the solution to arise. Like, it would look crazy at first, but as soon as you start taking action, then other things will reveal itself. Like, oh, this is what I could do now that this is finished. I see what there's an output that comes from what I finished that was resolve all the other issues. But if you wait on something that you probably should act on, it will cause even more problems just by not doing that one thing. So they're telling you here that you got to come back to center, come back to your present moment right now. Just get back into something, and especially if your mind is wandering to the past, wandering back, and they're showing that we got to get back focused on the present. That you got to accept your situation as it is. Some things, it's like you cannot control the situation. There's no point in worrying about things that's out of your control, which could be very difficult for this to be here. That could be that there's actions you'd like to take, but you can't because it may involve other parties, and you have to, you know what I mean? You have to involve other parties in something. You can't control what they're going to do or whether they're going to do their part and all that stuff. So they're like, do what you can do. Don't put it off. Don't waste your time going, well, if they would just do what they're supposed to do, then I wouldn't have to be able to. Nah, don't do it, because they want you to say, I'm at peace with my past, right? And then start getting yourself organized, get disciplined, apply your wisdom. Basically, with the knowledge you have, accepting your situation the way it is, acting on that knowledge is wisdom. That's what wisdom, basically, kind of what wisdom is. They want you to use your mind very, very wisely over the weekend. If you do not resolve something that you're putting it off for tomorrow, what you could do today, it will cause so many other issues. Like, say you have a faucet drip, okay, and you're like, well, I mean, I'll deal with it tomorrow. Before you know it, you have flooding in your foundation of the house. Now something that would have cost you 10 cents for the wrench to tighten the bolt, now it's going to cost you thousands. To now you're going to have to rip up take all the sheetrock out and everything else and start replacing all of that stuff. It could get really bad. Be persistent about resolving what you can resolve right now. Be just persistent about that, right? And just accept the situation as it is. Accept it. They want you to forgive your parents. I'm not understanding well. They want you to forgive your parents and accept it. That, hey, they weren't able to do, they didn't do, maybe they could have done. And I apologize, y'all. But hey, I can still read. Give me a few seconds. have a heater running at certain points, and it trips the breaker every single time. Lately, it wasn't doing that before, but now it is. It's just interesting how life works that way. But you wouldn't want to do. You would want to start, yeah. You'd want to start taking action, but they are also talking about forgiving your parents, and they're bringing up that you got to accept your parents as they are. They may not have done the things that they could have done or should have done. Now that you're looking at it, going, well, you could have did this better. They're saying that that is affecting your love life. That perhaps because of that, you may feel that you need to have more control over the situation, and you may ruminate over things that you cannot control, and it may just like completely take up all the mental space you got thinking about if only this person would act this way, right? And so I this may be for a small portion of you. That is very important that you heal some family issues, especially with a father, especially with a stepfather, father figure, whatever. Um, like forgiving, I won't even say forgiving, but accepting that that's just who they are and that's just what they did. Make your peace with it. Because I see things increasing. There's a part of fortune placement. There's an increase. Increase can mean a lot of different things, right? Increase could be an increase of manure, just like abundance, right? What can increase is problems, but what you want to increase is the energy of healing and resolving things, closing things out, getting the closure. You want to increase that energy. Getting closure on a bunch of different things I've been kind of holding off on and spending a lot of time ruminating over, thinking about. Okay, so you got Saturn placements also, and that definitely speaks of our wisdom and our discipline, but also about conserving our energy and applying it and redirecting the energy, of course, but also conserving it in a sense of like applying it properly and not overdoing anything. I'm just creating more opportunity for growth by getting the closure I need in this department, fixing this so that there's no further issues, this, that, and the third, right? Once I see an issue, I solve it and deal with it right now instead of being so focused on what happened to cause it in the first place. Like, that happened, and this is why it's dripping in the first place, and then you're just sitting here ruminating about how they could have just turned it off, and instead of fixing the problem and preventing further problems. So a creative endeavor is the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. I don't believe that you guys do this, so I apologize if it's coming off like, oh, what you trying to say? We're indecisive about everything. No, that's just what the cards are saying, so I'm just giving it to you. But this creative endeavor is about you. Something here that you are doing that's all your own. This is an artistic endeavor, something where you have a talent and it's unique unto you. And this specific talent, where you're meant to be, is moving forward towards like your wishes, your goals, and that it stabilizes and balances you to do so. But there's something that you may love and you are really good at, and it's important that you resolve some issues so that it doesn't, whatever it is that they're talking about that you need to just focus on fixing right away, even if it's a small thing. Something small is going to it's going to turn into something so much bigger. Like, you know what I mean? You see one thing and it turns into 100 because you didn't resolve that one thing. And they're talking about it will take away from something creative that you do, or some project, something that you love to do that will bring you lots of revenue or stabilize your financial situation. It will take away from that, right? So now you can't do this function or create this project or finish this project because now I've got an even bigger problem because I didn't solve it when it was small. Angel number 0808 is here, and it typically speaks of entering a time of expansion, taking steps towards achieving your ultimate objective immediately. I see your finances miraculously improving if you take action, okay? And I also see someone that really does have their mind on you. It's important in love that we are accepting of some actions of our parents. I don't know how this plays into your love life. As, you know, only you would know that, right? But there's someone that has their eye on you, but there may be some underlying issues when it comes to parents. Maybe your parents were involved, or maybe they, perhaps they maybe it's the past of your parents' relationship, or it could just be that your parents are way too involved in your romantic life or their parents, and it caused confusion between the two of you. Present power is the Eight of Swords and Ten of Pentacles. You want to forgive them though, because it feels like someone is thinking about you heavily, maybe coming towards you, and you may be like, I can't forgive you because you let your mom do X, Y, Z. Your parents are telling you this, and they're all in our business. But you want to forgive it, because the more it seems like the person that's coming towards you or wants to come towards you will follow you. They will, if you're forgiving, they're like, yeah, you're right. That's just who they are. Let's just focus on us. But the more that you are combative or against it or just unforgiving towards them, the more that person will side with the parent. You know what I mean? And the present power is your strength in this moment. And the strength in this moment is that you are, it looks like you can talk yourself out of any situation. I see everything, like you could talk yourself out of any situation, but also I see you being able to get out of any financial bind. I see you being able to allocate things, move things where they need to go, fix whatever needs to be fixed, make some small changes. You don't even have to make a big change. Whatever this thing is, it's like all you have to do is tighten that screw and you're good. You don't do that and the whole thing's gonna blow. Like it's unreal how being in the present, right? Letting love be the guide. Live your life from love, guided by love, not by resentment. Don't do it. Focus on the things that you love, the people you love, the things that you love to do, your projects, your passions, your passion projects, all those things. Let that be the guide for everything you do. Well, I want to, I love bacon, so I'm going to make some bacon. It's like even if it's that mundane, you keep going there rather than being like, I can't stand how this, that, and the third. And then now you're moving off of, I can't stand something. That is going to be your downfall. I hope that makes sense, because I don't think that Libras do that at all. Libras are basically, I mean, your planet is Venus, for crying out loud. So I'm assuming that whatever has happened, it's something that would warrant someone, especially someone with, ruled by Venus, governed by Venus. If you're in that space, something crazy happened, but they're calling you higher. It's like, that's okay, but don't escape your present thing going on here, because I see a deeper underlying issue ensuing if you're not diligent and focus on now. Take some action on what you need to take action on. Do not put it off. I can't stress that enough. You could be dealing with a Cancer, a Scorpio, another Libra. I'm seeing Virgo and Pisces. So you could be a Virgo Libra cusp. You could be a Libra Scorpio cusp. And that seems to be it. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.